Now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, what's good?
What's really good?
Well, you know me, man. I'm just chilling.
Oh, yeah? Where the fuck you chilling at?
Oh, just chilling over here on 1st through 6th.
Yeah.
Damn.
My name is Jake.
And my name is Ricky. And me and Jake been friends for about 23 years now. And throughout those 23 years, we've been through some crazy stuff.
Throughout this podcast, we will be highlighting some of those stories while also talking about current events, our careers, and we can hopefully motivate you guys along the way.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Well, let's get into it then.
Dang. So how you doing? How you feeling, man?
I'm just chilling right now. I mean, we're just doing, this is episode 2. We did episode 1, now we're on episode 2 right now.
Yeah, we just got back from doing some manly stuff, moving some couches.
Yeah, I mean, you guys moved a lot of couches. I sat there and I pointed and directed because I fucked my back up. But
add a supervisor to his resume.
Supervise the resume. I said, hey, what other careers have I not done? I've never been a supervisor.
Shoot.
So let's do that.
Well, I've always been a day laborer.
It's just in your blood.
Damn.
Well, wow. We're doing our man shit. We had to replenish and protein up, so we had to hit up little L&Ls. First through 6, sponsored by L&L.
You are what you eat, and you are about to be greased.
Damn. So along this podcast, we also have to make sure that we give time for Rick to shit, because after he says L&Ls, there might be a little pit stop in between.
Oh, man.
But
I also mentioned 23 years of friendship. Throughout those 23 years, lactose intolerance has also came into play.
Has reared its ugly head a couple times. Oh, shit. All right, well, let's just get right into it, man. So, the first episode, we talked more about how we got to San Bruno. Now, this next episode, the story that we're going to run into is how we met each other, and started this friendship. Aww, so cute.
Shoot.
So I'm going to throw it on to you, Rick.
Oh, me?
Go ahead.
So I was in 3rd grade. Must have been the worst day of my life when I seen this guy. Shoot, 3rd grade, I was in actually Miss Chester's club, if you guys remember her. I would say R.I.P., but she was a machine. She must be still living right now. Mean machine.
You said Miss Chester?
Yeah.
I'm going to give a good old fuck Miss Chester.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I met Jake 3rd grade. Mind you, at this time, I was all into sports growing up with my dad's side of the family. Got a lot of guy cousins. Play a lot of basketball, volleyball, shoot football on the weekends every time at Coyote Point when they used to have the rock slide. Very active young little kid with too much energy. And I would say I was fairly decent at basketball and some of the sports there. We played we played basketball, football,
dodgeball,
what we call smear the queer.
Damn.
Not politically correct, but not what I called it. It was just a game.
Now it's called smear the bread because of political correctness. But we also play dodgeball.
What we call prison ball, though.
Yeah.
And fairly decent at that. And then along comes this one dude, square head. Believe it or not, he had hair back in the day. It's still thinning out, though, I think, in 3rd grade.
Fuck you.
And, yeah, man, this kid came from, what, Garfield School, or where you go?
Garfield. Good old Sunnybray in San Jose.
And, yeah, very athletic kid. I was like, who is this guy trying to take my title? Trying to beat me at King's Court. Trying to beat me at, 21 tips. All these little childhood games. Butts up. And,
which I heard you were a champion at that game. Butts up, I heard you were the best.
Nah. In butts, probably. And, we didn't have the same 3rd grade teacher. You had the hot one. You had Miss McCracken, huh?
Miss McCracken, and she was, I have to say, pretty cracking. She would always be peeling those bananas. She always liked those little bruised bananas over there.
She wasn't my teacher. You know how kids bring apples to teacher. I used to give her the more matured banana. Give her a little wink, like, here you go. It's organic.
It's organic.
This podcast brought to you by Dole Bananas.
That was it.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. Shout out to Miss McCracken. That was a fucking good one.
And I just remember he was a very athletic kid, and I was like, man, that was my competition. Same time, he was all right of a kid. And, yeah, we hit it off from there, man. He was a new kid in town. Good at sports, and sports is what I would say united us.
Yeah.
And that was my first impression of this young athlete. Now turned man. Now turned fucking personal trainer.
Oh, way to just build me all the way up there.
That way you can build me up when the first time you seen me.
Hey, you already know which way I was going, is I was building it downward. No, but to allude to what you were saying, yes, I got there in 3rd grade. And like I said, I mean, very affluent elementary school, to say the least. I was one of maybe like 3 white kids in the whole school.
Yeah.
But
the other 2 were inbred, I think.
So I was the only pure breed that wasn't inbred. So yeah. So then I remember playing sports, and sports are always a big thing. So I had an older brother, and he was teaching me sports. So I was like, okay, well, let's see what kids are good. Then I met this one kid, and his name was Jose, and he was garbage at sports. I said, hey man, you know I play fucking Rochambeau? It'd be and he'd open his hand. I said, well, you're not gonna be my friend.
No, but I can picture a lawnmower, Holmes.
I said, hey, well, I have a push lawnmower, so I'm good, S.A. So then I started looking around. I said, who is this little kindergartner is dogging everybody. I was like, I know you're not too tall in 3rd grade, but I know you were too short either. I said, damn, this kindergartner's hella good. And they said, that's not a kindergartner. He's in the 3rd grade too. I said, there's another class? Yeah, Miss Chestnut's class. I said, oh, that was a special class.
Mind you, at this time I was about 3rd grade, so I was 8 years old. So I was a good 3 feet,
2'5",
45 inches, 3 foot 16.
So then I saw this guy hooping, and I said, all right, well, we'll go over, hoop with him. Then from there, I said, hey, he's good. And I saw this other guy named Luis, and I said, oh, he ain't that good. Oh, that's your friend? No, fuck him. Get the fuck out the way. Let's me and you be friends. I'll at least be in this country my whole life. He was an assistant, so he's not be here that long. So from there, we Power Rangered up. That's when we just linked together and just became a dynamic duo. Dodgeball, football, basketball. Really weren't enough of them fucking with us.
Yeah. Since we're on the topic of uniting, play sports, and we actually did have a basketball team in elementary school for what they call upper graders, so 4th, 5th, and 6th. By the way, shout out to Batola Elementary for always being 2nd place to us. Our best friends ended up going to another elementary school that also had, some little athletic kids out there. Ended up spanking them.
Yeah, they had grown men on the team that had to go pick up their kids. So they weren't really too focused on the games, and they were smoking cigarettes outside right at halftime. So their lungs really weren't as youthful as ours. So we would dog them every time. Anytime it got down to the nitty gritty, we always would hit that last second shot and beat them.
Yeah, we've come a long way, man. That was elementary school how we met.
Yeah, so that's how we all linked together and then met. And then, like I said, became this dynamic duo force.
What else do we have here? So that's a good little topic, a little segue to continue our story, how we met. But now we want to take it up to present day, our adult life. And one topic that's been kind of on my head as of late, our co-workers. Oh, hello, little giggle guy.
Because with work, it's not just you. It's just like anything else. It's all team related. So you have your coworkers, and when your coworkers and you guys have a cohesive bond, then everything starts working really well. When you have a shitty connection with somebody, That's when work doesn't go so smoothly. And that's when a lot of failures end up happening. So that's our main topic. Is successes and failures. But in what type of way?
Let me tell you, successes and failures. I'm going to tell you about. I'll give you the failure first so we can chase it with success.
But what's the topic?
Oh, my topic is most hated and most liked coworkers.
And that's why I love this topic, because everybody always has a most hated and most liked. But sometimes they're a little too afraid to speak their mind. On this fucking podcast, speaking your mind is very much so allowed. So, after you, my friend, let's smooth it out real quick. Actually, say what you gotta say, and then I got you.
Well, I was just gonna go freaking head first into my story, but
that's what I'm saying. So, story number 1, most liked coworker.
Oh, you want to go first? My most liked coworker. Don't got one. Next.
Yeah.
I like to keep friends and personal separate.
Yeah, but just even though they're separate, you still have one they like.
Nah, I'm just messing. So, professional world, huh? It has to go back to one of my favorite jobs, though. I think that also makes it enjoyable. Even though it's not the ideal job, but it was still my favorite job, and mostly has to do with my coworkers.
So what was the job?
My job, I was actually offloading and onloading trucks at a warehouse.
What company?
I was working at Genentech. There's a big biotech company out here in the Bay Area. Yeah, area.
But what you guys were contractors?
Yeah, so we were contractors. So we were contracted by Genentech to work a maximum of 18 months at the time. I think they extended it now to 36 months. Do the math, that's 3 years. And
yeah, well, fuck them. We don't care about the future. Y'all want to know about y'all at 18 months.
So 18 months with a job like that. Oh, and the contract was 18 months, and you have to be actively looking after the 18 months for 6 months for a job, and then they could hire you back on for another 18 months. So yeah, for me, once I leave a job, it's either I'm leaving it for good and I'm not trying to come back unless it's for a higher position. So so 18 months is kind of it's a ticking time bomb. Like, you don't know where you're going to get your next paycheck after 18 months. But at the same time, going into work with good people makes the time, even though it's only 18 months, a short stint, makes it at least enjoyable. So what we had to do on a daily basis was offload FedEx and UPS trucks of these important materials that scientists had to use. These guys are all highly educated, got their PhDs, went through undergrad, numerous of research that they had to do. And the people I worked with were barely people that passed high school. Mind you, at this time I had already graduated from UC Davis. I was working with people that didn't graduate from high school, people that if they did graduate from high school didn't do anything else but work, and didn't really fit or didn't want school, or didn't fit school into their future plans. They already had families, stuff like that.
Yeah, they're working.
But the stuff that we would do was, let's say, it was just a good teamwork. And at that time, we knew how to separate friendship and business. Mind you, the skill of the work, anybody could do that. Offload trucks, scan them in, type in a number, and make sure that the appropriate person receives the product that they ordered. But these guys, same thing, training-wise, they didn't hold back. When I was new there, they'd go ahead and show me all the ropes. This is how you should do it. It's kind of like you're driving a car. This is how you should drive, 10 and 2. However, we're going to get you to your destination faster and more efficient. That way you could actually deliver these products that are time sensitive to the personnel on time. Show them, print the simple things. Hit enter so the tape could print out while you're also stacking the boxes per floor. That way, because we had it's four stories that we had to deliver to. Just simple stuff like that made it enjoyable. And it also helped that they were all dudes in a warehouse. So we spoke without filters, similar to this podcast. And yeah, I would like to say that those were my favorite people that I worked with.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, some of the funniest motherfuckers on the planet Earth. The videos that you guys would prank each other and then show me on, some of the best shit I've ever seen. But because of that, you just see your guys' cohesiveness and all that type of stuff. Like, what would you guys do prank wise?
Oh, prank wise. So there was one time. So there's three of us. We'd prank each other.
What are their names?
Can I say their names out here?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, hell yeah.
Shout them out. This is the good part.
Oh, yeah. My boy, Nicanora, my padre, my Filipino pards. And then we got Marcos, the proxy, also my guy. We had Jack, Hector, OG smooth guy. And then we got Benito. Oh, man, we got other people because we were contractors, so 18 months. Then we also had Empen, Chris Acosta, the man. So, yeah, we would just prank each other. We'd hide on different floors. Of course, business first. We delivered our packages and stuff. The one time I do remember is that Nicky used to always get us. He was good. Buff guy, but very stealthy. And one time, I just had to get him. It was like my last week of work.
Is that the one that looks like the singer from Journey?
Yes, that's Nicky. And that boy can sing. And so me and Proxy, I seen him. I was like, hey, I got to get Nick. Get me on video. He I forgot my phone. I was like, don't worry, I got mine. So I started hitting mine on record. I heard him. Well, I heard somebody come down the hallway, and I hid into the janitor's closet. Turn on the light in the janitor closet. It was full of just straight used toilet paper in a bag, and I was like, oh, dang. But it was worth it. I was hiding in there. We come out, scare the person that came out the hallway, and it wasn't even him. And we're like, damn. And he already knew what we were doing. It was actually another coworker of ours. But
still shit his pants.
Yeah. And we're like, fuck. Shit his pants. That's why I took out a used box of toilet paper. Here, wipe yourself, change your underwear. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Then we went back again into the closet. Kind of weird, two guys in the closet, but it's all good. For a good cause.
Wouldn't be your first time?
See Nicky come through. Oh, man. If you guys see the video, this guy, his eyeballs got bigger than that lady from the world record of eyeball competition where her eyeballs stick out.
You scared him so hard, he just went, don't stop believing. I said, good God, does that guy not look just like the guy from Journey? And he scared him into sounding just like the guy from Journey.
Man, so I gotta say, yeah, a good coworker. Again, we handle business first. We knew how to separate business from all the stupid antics we should do. And I would say, I would consider them, I would consider them for sure my friends.
Yeah, good shit, guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
So with that being said, what traits made them good coworkers? I know you named a lot of them already, but let's break it down to one. What is one really strong trait that you had with them or individually one of them that you're like, man, that's really what makes a good coworker?
I'm gonna give you two that I like in coworkers, and I feel like this separates on the coworker side a good worker. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Is one would be just leading by example.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't tell me like, hey, make sure you scan this like this and do this way, stack them that way. Don't tell me that. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me that this is how you should do it and why it is. And that's one thing that they did do. And actually, that's what good teachers do. Actually, they kind of show you the ropes. And I can respect somebody that's gone through it and continues to do the work that they need to do, and kind of just, I had to just emulate or step up to their level.
Yeah. So
that'd be one. And then the second one, and this is more specifically for supervisors, is that they always had your back. Like, no matter what, a shipment would come in late, we'd get it out as fast as we could. Priority, boom. my other coworkers were still offload the truck, and hey, Ricky, you go ahead, scan it, and send it directly to them. It's considered late to them, but we did it as quickly as we could. So, of course, with that being said, and I'm giving you guys an example, I delivered it, considered late for the experiment that the scientists had to do, but we had our hands tied. We couldn't drive the FedEx truck or drive the FedEx plane and deliver the box sooner.
Exactly.
So I ended up getting an email saying that this package was late on the actual shipping label is the day before, and all this stuff. Kind of complaining and putting the blame on me. I forwarded to my supervisor, and my supervisor, who was there and witnessed me, and he actually offloaded the item himself. He actually had my back, and he told me, hey, like, it was not Ricky's fault, and it was actually none of our faults. You may want to speak with the vendor before you place blame on my coworkers. And I just liked how he worded it, how he said my coworkers, which is true. I was part of his team. It's not like, hey, he didn't say I apologize, we'll do better next time, like giving him like that the researcher won. He actually defended his coworkers, and I think that's what makes a good supervisor, at least in my eyes.
Man, you are on it, because the next question is about to be give a specific incident, and you just did that right now. So I see you on that side of things. Now, let's dive into the funner side. We just did coworkers that you like. Now give me your most, let's not worry, fuck it, I didn't say hated, just fuck them. If I'm not fucking with you, I probably hate your ass. So let's go, coworkers you either don't like / hated working, specific job, specific person, hated.
You know what? I just love everybody equally, all right? I don't hate everybody. But there is this one.
This is one bitch, though, that I can't stand.
Let's just say, so I am, and let's say, okay, so it was during early in my, what is now my finance career. I actually did have a good team. There was just one team player. Sorry, I did like my team, but there was one player on this team that we did not see eye to eye. And yeah, so what was the question you had for me, Sir Jake?
Who is the specific person that you hate or do not like in a past or current job?
So this was a past job that I had, and this individual was actually...
First of all, what was the job?
Oh, so I was working as a fiscal office specialist,
Okay.
which is the step below an accountant.
Mm.
So in our team was made up of one senior accountant, 3 accountants, and 2 fiscal office specialists, and I was one of them.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a hierarchy in the job, in the finances. You have to report to this person. This person can only tell you and distribute, you know, your duties and tell you what to do.
And then sends you off to the next person.
And then you're off to the next person, or you're off to the next duties, report after report. But you don't decide what you, as the grunt of the finance hierarchy, you don't really have to. You don't make any of the decisions. You just do the work that you're being told to.
Go for status.
Yeah.
Hey, do this, get this done, hand it off to somebody that makes the actual decision.
Exactly. So yeah, so in that case, hey, I enjoyed it. I understand entry level job. You got to start from the bottom. Hey,
The best is start from the bottom.
yeah, and I enjoyed it. I learned a lot. Which, hey, if it wasn't for that position, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. So, like I said, a good team. Work with my colleague. We're, you know, stay on the same page. Me and the other fiscal office specialists just trading off work, helping each other. We knew each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses, and we build each other. The accountants, they actually are the second tier. We don't really report to them, but we assist them in their work. It is up to the senior accountant that is responsible for actually distributing all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Accountants, of course, they have their classification of job duty. They have to help at this certain level of finances, and of course, since we're fiscal office specialists, we don't have that specialization in accounting. We just get the grunt work.
Yeah.
So there was an incident where one of the accountants, she decided to put herself into the position of senior accountant, or I think she believed she was a senior accountant, or I don't know what the hell she believed in, but she thought she could give me orders.
And she wasn't in that position.
She was
You
not.
guys were equal position.
No.
She was she's below?
She was above me.
Oh, she was above you.
But
then she was trying to give you orders that somebody above her would give you.
Exactly. And, yeah, that doesn't really fit well with me. Especially me. My ideology is, you know, I played in a lot of sports, and I always relate work to sports because work and sports, your goal is one thing, to win or to be better. In this case, it's like a teammate telling me, hey, you play this position and you better do it or else.
But they don't play that position.
But they don't play that position, and they don't play the role of coach.
Exactly.
So in this case, she had some reports she wanted me to do. She wanted me to prep some reports and give them to her tomorrow. And all the time she was actually, or at this time she was leaving work. She left work early. So I still had 4 more hours of work to do, and you know, I jotted it down. Me being a grunt, you know, I finished all my work early, and I was like, I might as well give her a hand. Team player. In this event, she left, and we had an emergency pop up that my actual coach or senior accountant had to give me duties. Hey, priority work. Ricky, you got to do this. And again, I worked in finances for an agency that actually gave out social welfare, for social welfare for people in need.
Yeah.
So, of course, hey, I'm on it, coach. We're on it. Dude completed the work, stayed even overtime, and then, you know, got praise from all my team players that were there that stayed overtime. The whole team stayed overtime.
Yeah, because you guys fucking had all hands on deck for a
and that's what they
superior task at hand. And then with the people that are still there, they said, damn, Rick, you really did that.
Yeah.
Good shit. So
So
go ahead.
So that's exactly the thing. And I felt good. I felt praised. Oh, man. And I not for me, myself, I was like, hey, the team did it. You know, we didn't have to stay overtime, but we did. And so, yeah, went home, had a good time, rested. And I was like, you know what? I actually came into work early to actually start working on the duties that she gave me just because I'm a good worker.
Man, yeah, you're an amazing fucking worker. Because
Well, I thought I was, you know what I'm saying?
I would have told her to suck a dick real quick and be like, hey, I'll get that shit done when I need to get it done. Because if you're going to leave early and I got to come in early, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yes. So
somebody better had a heart attack or something.
Probably she went on a date or something, I don't know. With her fucking dildo or something. Slightly used. By the way, podcast presented by Slightly Used. No.
Have you ever been in need of a...
You ever been feeling down on your luck?
And you really need to sit down on something? Slightly Used dildos, half off. Promo code, first Chillin from 1st to 6th.
1st to 69. And, so yeah, back to the story. So she came in, and I don't know what. Yeah, I thought someone had a heart attack because she came in. Oh my gosh, the reports are not ready! Started yelling. She yelled so much that she had the senior accountant call me into her office, and us three had a chat in the office. Close the door. Before even the senior accountant knew what happened, she was just worried what happened. Go in there. This lady is halfway to tears, saying, and she looked like the lady from The Ring with her hair down.
Yeah.
And she gave me that look. She looked towards me, and she goes, I told you the report was important, and you had to do it. I left at 1. You had 4 hours to do it. So I'm off
Holy
at 5.
shit, was a report to kill Jason Bourne or something? What kind of depressing ass scene is that?
That's what I thought, but I didn't even care at the report at that time. Because the way that she looked at me and she told, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Where she was, I told you this. You should have obliged. Or obliged. What's the word?
Damn, you're 2 for 2 on these podcasts. Obliged?
Obliged.
There you go.
Why aren't you obliged? Now you must pay for your sins. Like, she wanted to fight. That's what I took it. And mind you, like I said, this is my first finance job. I had just come from the warehouse. And I was more the person where I like to defend myself too. So when she gave me that, I thought I was going to get fired. It was the first time in my life where I was in an office with the door closed, with these two older ladies, and I just
said, "Is Ricky Gonzalez about to slap him?
About to choke a bitch, right?" So I don't know what got into me, but I took a step forward, which I shouldn't have. Looking back at it, and I pointed at her face.
Good God!
And I said, "Shut the hell up! You left early. You have no say in here. We had priorities pop up, and I finished those. I was gonna get to your report after that. Anything else to say?"
Holy shit!
And I was just seeing red. And then that's when my senior accountant got up and said, "Yeah, we actually did have something to do, but Ricky, did you need some time or space or anything to calm down before we carry on with this conversation?" And then I just said, "Oh no, I'm not even fired up yet, so we could still continue." She goes, "Oh," and then the person with the ring all crying, "Oh, I didn't know there was an emergency." And I just told her again, I was like, "Yeah, you don't know because you left, so why are you yelling? Like, why are you blaming the blame on me?" And yeah, it got real crazy. Well, it didn't get too crazy.
She said, "Well, there's nothing but straight hair in here, and your hair is real curly. So usually, what my parents used to tell us to do was blame it on the curly hair guys, who were usually fixing our lawns. But she's like, used to seeing you in the private sector."
It's strange. But yeah, and after that, she actually in the room, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know." I told her, "Yeah, you didn't know, and no, you don't have to be sorry, because you said what you needed to say, and I said what I said because I felt that way. So yeah, don't have to apologize to me, because I'm definitely not apologizing to you." And then that's when I actually got kicked out of the office, and she's like, "Ricky, you're gonna need some time to calm down."
So for your job and your future, let's take some time off.
So yeah, so that's one of my most hated co-workers.
Feel like name dropping?
I don't, not yet.
You're like, yeah, we still work together.
But I tell you this much, so, like, years passed. I still remember the incident, and this position that I am now opened up, and the way it works, every 6 months you had to apply for the test, and then you have to pass the test in order to get this position.
Yeah.
I failed twice, but on this third time, it was kind of hilarious, because she came by my desk and she said, "Oh, how'd it go?" And I was like, "I don't think I did that well." She goes, "Oh, better luck next time." Like a little smart
little jab
there. And I was like, "Ooh, you got me." And I was like, "Oh, don't worry, next time I'm gonna take your job," I told her.
Damn, I like how you threw the fucking right hook after that jab. You said, "Oh, jab's your best punch? Okay, I'm gonna catch that one." Blow.
Yeah, I don't need better luck next time. Better luck you keep your job. And yeah, the funny thing is now we're at the actually same level on the hierarchy now.
Ooh, shit.
And yeah, I got a fake congratulations from her, and I just told her, "Don't congratulate me yet. Congratulate me when I'm your boss." So I'm actually gonna apply for a position above hers.
Good Lord.
Fairly soon, and see what happens from there.
I love how anger and just hate is what motivates. If that's a lesson you learn throughout this podcast, just know that, like, yeah, it's cool to be friends at work, but you'll stay pretty even. But if you hate a bitch, you might make it to the top.
Oh, I don't even like to promote myself. I just hate her. I don't even want a better life for myself. I
just want a worse life for you, bitch.
I just want a worse life for her. That's what keeps me going in life.
Well, to sum it all up, what singular trait did she have? And just make it quick.
Okay.
Singular trait that she had that you're like, that is what makes a horrible coworker.
One word trait: whore.
Damn!
No, I'm just kidding.
Good God, that was a curveball.
No, I'm just kidding. All due respect with all the whores out there. No. Just being pointy the finger ass mother sucker out here, man.
Damn, old pointy the finger.
Oh, I told you this. You should have got this done. You should have prioritized my work. No, you shouldn't have left early work. You should have got your work done first, because I always get my work done first. So I would have to say just one word: old pointy the finger ass.
Well, if you have an urban dictionary, please look up old pointy the finger ass, because you're not going to know what that means if you grew up in the suburbs. Well, I like it.
But enough talking about me and my situation. Mr. Jake,
Oh, hit me.
give me a situation with your best colleague you've ever had.
And that's hard though, because I will say, within my working,
You work with a lot of people.
I
don't
work
you?
I work with a lot of people. That's really what it is. And I would just say, if I had to think of a singular person that I worked with, let's make them two, because I would say there's two people that I worked with that are really connected with me. The first one would be somebody that's been a friend of mine for a long time, and I'm name dropping. On the good side, I name drop. Let's say Billy Berg. So Billy is my boxing coach. We've been friends now for about like 8 years, and Billy, when I first got into boxing and teaching and all that type of stuff, was a huge factor. Where we were working at a small gym. I'm for sure not name dropping the gym because I ain't giving them no fucking love. And the owner really wasn't good at. He wasn't a leader or he wasn't a teacher, and I felt like throughout the stint of me working there, I learned a lot of how to box and actually how to teach from Billy. So I'd say short and sweet on his side of things. That was in the beginning of my personal training career, he affected it a lot because he really showed me how to do everything right when it came to the boxing side. Because the kinesiology side and the fitness side of teaching people how to lift I already had down because I went to school for that. But like the boxing side of stuff, he really honed in my boxing skills, how to move, and really helped me when it came to teaching people. He would explain to me how to do it, but then how to apply it. Because that's, I think, huge. Not only to do, but to apply. And he was really good at that. And that's what makes him a good personal trainer himself, but also makes him a really good boxing coach. And I would say my second favorite person to work with is a close friend of both of ours because he's a close friend of ours' brother. So I would say Damian Stanberry would be the second most favorite person to work with. And the reason for that is because we've seen him at such a young age, and I got to see how he evolved and grew as a kid.
A hustler.
Yeah, a hustler.
And that work.
Yeah, but he also had a lot of like trials and tribulations when it came to like weight and when it came to just a lot of stuff that kind of made him push further and stronger. I mean, had some of the better grades out of the siblings in his school, in his immediate family, his household. First one to graduate regular high school, the whole nine. So I would say it was cool because now it was my pay it forward time where A, I helped him get the job, but then B, just gave him little life lessons along the way and got to teach him like, hey, here it is to like be cool with all of your coworkers and get to know them as a person. Because if you get to know them as a person and they know you as a person, everything else smashes together and molds together seamlessly. Where if you don't know each other and a little incident happens, it can get blown up into this ridiculous argument that doesn't need to be there. But if we know each other and we know how each other work, and I hear something or if we're at a tiff, we get squashed that real quick because we work well together and we understand how each other work as human beings, as people before workers. So I would say with me and him working together, it was a super fun moment because I got to see him at such a young kid and then grow up to be like a successful man, which he is today. So I thought those were two good ones. So the first one was more somebody mentoring me, and the second one was me mentoring them.
Passing the torch.
Yeah, so I always felt like that was a good one. I think traits, I kind of dialed in on both of them, but traits that they had was Billy was a great leader, and I think he helped lead by example. I always love people like that. If I ask you how to do something and they say, hey, can you show it to me? He can show you right away. And that's what makes it that much better. Because I hate people that could tell you a million ways to do something, but you're like, hey, can you show me how to do that? They have no clue.
Or even what the purpose of doing it
that
way.
The why behind it. Why is huge. And a lot of them can't do that. Him, he was amazing at that. Damien was just the hustle. So we're like 5 or 6 years or 7 years difference in age. So it was cool because it allowed me to see like, man, I used to hustle just like that. And now I'm here but I should always remember how that was in the journey that way. So it's good to teach him, and then also him teach me how to re-hustle. So I was like, oh, that's amazing. So those were great traits that they both had.
Yeah, you don't want your good coworkers or good friend of ours to go through, you would say, steer off the trail or go through the hardships of your journey. You kind of want to, of course, he's going to experience them on his own, but you kind of want to help him out along the way.
Or just make sure they experience different ones, where it's like, don't experience the same one. Like, let me save you from that, and then whatever you get into after that, I haven't gone through. Yeah, that's a trait. That's something you can pass on to somebody else.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so those are some good ones.
Oh, you almost made me tear up. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. I know you've worked with a lot of people, and you met some good co-workers like you just mentioned. But who are the most hated? No need to name drop. However, what are the traits that they had that made them a bad co-worker, and the opposite of your two mentors?
That's a very interesting question. Yeah, I hate the name drop. Like, I'm not like a name dropper in that type of sense, and I don't like to use real names. So let's just use a fake name.
All right.
Let's just say, off the top of my head, let's just use the fakest name I can think of. Let's just say the guy's name was Jesse Jones.
All right, that seems like a pretty.
That's like a really that's a really fake ass name.
Damn.
I mean, I would never name my kid that.
Nah.
I probably name. I don't even know if I name my daughter that. That's a pretty soft name.
Yeah, but if I had a pet dog, a female dog,
which they usually call bitch, right?
Yeah, I might call him
Jesse Jones, right? Oh yeah. Well, let's just roll with that fake name.
All right, carry on.
I would say the worst traits that my most hated. Like I said, I want to name drop. I don't want to say who it is, but my most hated. That would be extremely rude. So let's say my most hated coworker. It was just there was a lot of fakeness behind it. I live by this rule and this rule alone when I work. If I'm working, I want to be almost as authentic as I can possibly be, to the point where if I'm drunk and I'm at a bar and you run into me at that bar, you'll be like, that's Jake. Like, even though he's a little drunk right now, that's the same exact person that I know at work. I hate people that create this facade of this human being that they are, and then you get them drunk and you're like, who the fuck is that? That's fake ass motherfucker. Because what ends up happening is you lose credibility on both sides.
Exactly.
So it's like, now at work I don't know who you are, and when you're drunk you're like, oh, I know who that guy was, but he sucked dicks, so I don't like that guy either. And like I said,
maybe literal dicks or figuratively dicks?
I mean, and if I had to guess, it was both, literal and physical. It's just about spitballing. But yeah, besides that, I would just say that is a trait that I cannot stand, is the fakeness. And also, it doesn't help when it comes to building a community. So if I'm trying to get to know people, but I don't know who you are, how do I feel like I can trust you when I'm in a situation? Which leads me to my next topic. Is there have been times where with my most hated coworker, where I just really felt like they didn't have my back, where I felt like it was more backstabby, where I'm trying to use the work that you've worked hard on, say it's my own, and then use it to upgrade yourself. And I also think with bad coworkers, there's like a path. If I can run into every single coworker and they say something negative about you, and it's close to the same negative thing, you're not viewed as well. That was wrong. You're not viewed as well as you should be, and you should really reevaluate how you work and try to change it up a little bit. Because the one thing you don't want is when you die someday, for them to have to pay for your pallbearers. It's just 5 dudes that they just pay $20. Hey, you carry this real quick and then dump this in a fucking hole? I don't want that shit. So you better make sure that you bring a lot of who you are to the table so nobody ever gets confused. Because when they start getting confused, your credibility just goes out the fucking door.
I like that.
Yeah. But let's not name drop, like I said. Let's just use that fake name like Jesse Jones or something like that.
But I want you to kind of dive deeper into an example of where you felt that he was more backstabby-ish.
Oh, you want examples? Okay, well, I'll give you the best example I can ever think of. So I ran a program at this company called Basecamp, and it was a boxing program. It was called Knockout. I was, within the 5 years of Knockout, I pretty much ran it by myself. Where
did that gym have that before you got there, or?
They had, when I got there, they had night boxing classes that had nothing to do with the app or anything like that. And they had 2 MMA guys teaching it. And there was like 4 people that would show up. And I was already teaching at a boxing gym. And these guys didn't really have boxing experience, so it just didn't add up. So when they told me, like, oh, you can teach these classes, I said, oh, dude, I'll kill this. As we start teaching, 5 people become 8 people, 8 people become 12, and it just grows and grows till there's 20-something people coming to these classes. The higher ups get the idea, okay, well, let's mesh it with the program we have now. The program I had now was a minute between being on the bike and then lifting weights and all that type of stuff. So they wanted to be boxing, and then being on the bike.
High intensity. That's
very high intense.
That's what I do for my warm up.
But when they gave me their idea, it was very mommy boot camp. Okay, then let's throw a kick and let's throw this. And I said, oh, hell no, I'm not teaching that. If I'm going to teach something, it has to have some authenticity to it. So I told them, give me the program. Let me put some stuff together and let's just see how it runs. 5 years later, it's now in multiple studios being run and making money and doing all that good stuff. So as the program grows and grows and grows, they want to make it quarterly. If people at home don't realize, quarterly is 3 months. So yeah, 4 quarters within the year. They want 3 month at a time program. I said, cool, man, no problem. I'm not the most computer savvy human being, so I just know how to get shit done. So when you say, hey, give me 3 months of different workouts with different music and all that type of stuff, I said, just move out the way, I got you. I get all 3 months done. In my opinion, if you're doing a boxing class, you have to have hip-hop in it. If you don't have hip-hop in it, it doesn't flow right, the mix is all off, it just doesn't add up. And I've been teaching it long enough to know what music works for what. We only have 9 hip-hop mixes, so you gotta kind of mix them around throughout the month. Prissy ass wants 1 different one per day, per month. Fuck, that's 30 mixes. You're gonna get some shitty ass mixes in there, and I'm not putting my name on some shitty ass music mixes. Yeah. So, with that being said, I said, fuck that. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. Hey, you want the workouts to be done? Hey, the workouts to be done. Do people come in? Do they pay for this shit? Is it classes sold out? Cool, then shut the fuck up, step the fuck out the way. That's all I need you to do. So, with that being said, it's coming up to the couple days before I have to turn it in. I'm done already. I turn it in. I have 4 days before the deadline. I get this email back. If you add up 30 different workouts within 3 months, that's 90 workouts that I created by myself. You ask me right now, a random workout, I can tell you exactly what's in the workout, how it's run. His ass, he couldn't do that shit. With that being said, I get email back. This isn't done in the format that I want it to be done in. Everything is perfect. Got every combination on there, the who, what, where, when, why. It literally just needs to have a Basecamp logo in the back. I have 3 days left before this needs to be turned in. 90 plus workouts. I said I'm not going back, because if you change it from the PDF it is now to a different file, it jumbles. I'm not going to sit there and have it jumble and have to go click, 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 just to appease you. Because that's all it is appeasing. Yeah. The program itself, absolutely fine.
The report was already
done. So I message him back and go, hey man, that's not really a thing because there's 3 days left. It's just really you're nitpicking. I get another email back. Well, okay, well, we're taking this program away from you. You are no longer in charge of it. I'll be in charge of it. I call him. Because I said...
It sounds to me like he tried to set you up.
Super setup. And the funny part is, we just changed hands.
Tattletale. Oh, backstabbish.
Yeah, hey. Then those are traits that I've heard from other instructors that make it work. The issue is, we just changed hands from ownership. So in my mind, you're stealing my work, putting the logo on, and then going to the new owners and being like, hey, daddy, I just did 90 workouts and here you go.
Can I touch your wiener?
But at the end of the day, I'm like, that was my work. I don't need the credit for it. I just need you to not take the credit for it. At the end of the day, you don't got to say shit to me. Just don't say that you did it. Yeah. So I call him. And I said, man, that's really nitpicky that you're doing all that type of shit and you're doing this. Like, this is a program that I put blood, sweat, and tears into. And if you ask anybody that's a member here or a worker there, they know that I put this program together by myself. He gets so spooked. He starts doing all the work political shit. I just needed this format and this. So I start poking him. And I start hitting him with shit that really starts pissing him off. He gets jumbled and out of his comfort zone. Starts, like, not so much yelling, but you can just hear his blood boiling. But at the same time, sounded super soft and scared in his voice. I could hear the shakiness. At the end of the day, I said, you know what? Fuck that then. You want to act like that? Then take the fucking workout. I was like, I don't care. Yeah. I was like, I'd like teaching anyway. You still gonna pay me? Cool. Fuck out of here. So, at the end of the day, the worst trait you could possibly have is have no trust, be extremely backstabby, and fake. In my opinion, the fakeness is the biggest thing. Where it's like with me, you're gonna get the same stuff every time. With him, it's like this. And I think that's why, at the end of the day, nobody fucks with him.
I agree. Credibility is definitely a trait. As a human, not even just a coworker, as just an individual you want to have. Or else, you a fake, no one's going to believe either way your personality.
I completely agree.
Shoot, with that being said, a little long-winded, huh? Talking about people we hate.
Damn, I know that. I mean, I don't try to hate, but when I do, I do. I do all the way.
Shoot. Makes you want to give them like a nice little 1-2 jab, uppercut like Pacquiao did to Thurman, though, boy.
Oh. Is that the next topic?
That is the next topic.
Damn. Well,
I like when you scratch my hair like that.
I was like, oh, this feels nice. I've been missing that. Man. Yeah,
give you a little fight recap. Last week, we talked to you about the current events that Pacquiao, old school, older generation against Keith, one-time Thurman, the new era, new generation. And it was going to be basically a fight, that was going to, I thought it was going to phase out the old generation and just bring up a new fighter, Keith Thurman.
Who was going to say was going to win, though?
Oh, I had the old school, the workhorse, the senator of the Thriller in Manila, Filipinas.
Damn.
I picked Pacquiao to win.
Hey, who'd you did indeed. Hey, same fucking thing.
Oh, damn.
I said, hey, listen. Thurman didn't look so good in his first, his fight coming back off a 2-year layaway. Pacquiao has been looking amazing in these fights, and he's whooping a lot of young guys. I said, don't sleep. I think Pacquiao might win.
And what does he do? He comes out, gives him with a little hook, little left hook, dropped him in the first round. But I think that kind of woke up Thurman. It was an overall amazing fight. They both gave it to each other. Pacquiao came out strong in the beginning, showed the fresh legs. I felt that he got kind of gassed out in the championship rounds, but he did enough.
How'd he win?
Huh?
How'd he win?
Decision.
Yeah.
Was it decision?
It was a decision. Split decision.
It was split decision, wasn't it? So yeah, good little fight. One of the better fights that we've seen. One of the better free fights because we did bring tequila to a party, but we didn't have to pay to watch the fight.
Hey, and I'm always down with a free fucking fight. What shocked you in the fight?
What shocked me? It shocked me just to see that Pacquiao's getting up there in age. His age definitely showed, I think, in the fight. He obviously, when you're in a sport like boxing and taking blows to the head, very physically demanding, you tend to age a little bit faster, I think. I haven't been in the ring, but yeah, he definitely slowed down. And hey, he has a whole country to save and stuff. He's over here probably fighting for the Philippines budget right now. Probably.
Damn. He said, "I gotta make this 20 mil so I can put 10 back in the country."
For real, sheesh, for the deficit.
Gotta get this clean water going.
Goodness gracious. It just shocked me just to realize that just age playing a role. Keith Thurman, good fighter. Was surprised that he didn't let that one-time right-handed dynamite that everyone talks about. He didn't let it fly a couple times where he should have, I think. Mostly because I think Pacquiao could have countered it. But yeah, that's what shocked me.
What do you see for the future of both fighters? Like, where do you see them going after this?
I believe this is a more adequate question for you. I talked about what shocked me. You tell me what the future.
You want me to tell you what the future is?
Oh, you could tell.
Oh,
Drop knowledge.
Man.
Drop the bomb.
Future-wise, I don't know. I feel like Keith Thurman, what they need to do is pull him back a little bit. Your second fight coming back should not, even if it's a older Pacquiao, should never have been a Pacquiao, especially a belt holder. Because if I'm holding onto a belt and I'm in my 40s, you're like
best believe.
They always say the most dangerous lion is the older starving lion.
Oh,
because that one's gonna go for anything.
Yeah, my woman's always hungry.
But they're more full hippos and not starving lions. But if I'm going back to starving lions, if you're an older starving lion, your ego and what you want to eat narrows. Where you're like, I don't give a fuck. That's a 5-year-old kid. I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. That's a bag of chips. Oh, look, I'm eating a bag of chips. That's a dog. I'm gonna eat a dog today.
That's one time.
I'm gonna eat
dessert.
That's one time's right hand. I'm gonna eat that shit, and I'm gonna give you about 3 punches back. So, in my opinion, what they need to do is scale Thurman back, give him a couple gimme fights where he fights a older non-champion that's coming off, falling, or some young guys or something like that. Just kind of bring himself back up. I still think there's a future for him. I just don't think he could lose again. And I think in these next 2 or 3 fights, he needs to look amazing and knock some motherfuckers out. For Pacquiao, I'm extremely worried because there's only one direction. You have now two belts, right? He took Thurman's belt, but Thurman had a belt, right?
Yeah, he took Thurman's.
So now you have 2 belts. There's only 2 left in that division.
Who has them?
Sean Porter has them.
Ouch.
And then Earl Spence Jr. has them.
Ouch.
A double ouch. And they're both going to fight soon. So that means one of those people is going to have both belts. So that means Pacquiao, who I hope does not fight Earl Spence Jr. And that's who's going to win between Earl Spence and Sean Porter.
I agree.
If he fights Earl Spence Jr., I am going to be extremely sad because he is going to get, like, everybody thought that Marquez knockout was bad. This could be horrible. He's going to get murdered. Earl Spence Jr. in that weight class is no fucking joke.
Yeah.
And he'll just destroy anybody that you put. Even
he's playing chess while others are playing checkers. I don't even know. He is too quick.
Yeah, guys that Pacquiao has embarrassed of late, Earl Spence Jr. has put out in like 2-3 rounds. So, in my opinion, I hope that Earl Spence Jr. and Sean Porter fight. One of them gets the belt, and I hope either Pacquiao gets a fight before that against somebody and just vacates. And it's just like, hey, I'll retire. Because if you fight Earl Spence Jr., he's going to force you to retire. He's going to put you out. Yeah. So I just hope that that's what ends up happening. That whole fucking decision.
Oh, yeah, I would hate to see Pacquiao get... I think Pacquiao should leave while he's on top.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Why not?
One of the quickest, impressive fighters of, I guess, our generation. I would say. Quick. Always in, pay-per-views and stuff. So, yeah, I'd like to see him on
What
top.
do you feel, though, because this is what I've kind of heard float around. They're talking about Mayweather Pacquiao, too.
Too late.
Yeah.
But I will watch it.
Is there
I know we keep it 100% real. I do not want to miss out, but I don't agree with it.
Is there another free place to watch it? Because I'll watch that. Another free place with bring some tequila.
Man. Someone stream it on Instagram Live or give me the play-by-play on podcast. I'll wait an extra day. Upload your podcast. I'll rather listen to it than pay. Yeah. I don't know. Mayweather just likes to be in the media.
Make money.
Hey, don't blame him. But you should have, if you're doing it for the love of the sport, you should have done it 10 years ago.
Yeah, even the last time he got fought, it was already too late.
Yeah, this is just a gimmick of money. Don't like it, but we'll watch it.
Oh my God. You know what category we're getting into? What fucking section we're in now?
No, tell me.
Oh, it's my fucking favorite.
Don't tell me what it is.
Oh, you already know what it is.
What it is, then.
Here we go. We're going, fuck with it or fuck that. Let's get into category 1 of, so here's how fuck with it and fuck that works. I will say a category. Within that category, Rick is going to give his opinion. In this category, he's either going to say he fucks with it, or he's going to say, man, fuck that. So, We're just gonna dive right into it. The first one that I have is, Rick, do you fuck with or fuck that deadlifting at the gym?
Deadlifting at the gym. Ooh, this is a good one. But from my personal experience at the gym, I'm about to say, fuck that.
Damn, so why you say fuck that?
Fuck that, 'cause like I said, I think deadlifts themselves are obviously beneficial. I don't know what their benefits are because I haven't been doing too much of anything lately. But I do know the time that I do go to the gym, it has to be the most headband wearing, wristband, grip band,
Tightest pants I've ever seen.
tightest pants, no bowl showing ass, fucking, what are the air bubble, the squat shoe,
Holy
man.
shit.
With the armband ass person at the gym taking up my fucking bench press bar
That's the realest thing.
and fucking putting on 10-pound donuts on each side and grunting like they're taking one of our promoters slightly used dildos and sitting on them just crying every time. Always the loudest person. Always the loudest person making the most noise. If you can't lift the weight without slamming it down on the ground and it weighs less than me, then don't pick it up. Do something else. Do something else that will make you stronger or isolate some of the same muscles. But the way people doing deadlifts now, it's almost like it's a trend. They're doing it. I'm doing it.
Exactly.
So fuck that.
I like it. I like that. Very precise. Very accurate. Moving on.
Yeah. So you as someone is more in the gym, not as much as me, but probably less, huh?
Probably, if I had to say, I was in the gym probably a little bit less than you.
Yeah. This guy. Gotta teach him the ropes.
I see your quads and I envy them.
Yeah, you would look in that area actually.
I looked in the middle, but I didn't see nothing, so I said, I might just focus on the fucking quads then.
As a personal trainer going to the gym daily, what do you feel about deadlifts? Do you, what's the poll here? A, fuck with it, or B, fuck that?
Man, and I have to give my professional opinion. I will say, fuck that.
Ooh, okay.
I have to say fuck that. Do I appreciate what you're doing? Oh, for sure. Are you A football player? Are you B, in the Olympics? Or are you C, compensating? Because what the fuck do you need to live? In what category of life on a regular basis do you need to deadlift 500 pounds?
Not functional.
Not functional. What are you gaining to what are you doing to your body? The worst, you're blowing disc out in your back. The best, you're telling somebody you can deadlift 500 pounds? In my opinion...
Wow, save some pussy for the rest of them, bro.
in my honest opinion, as somebody that's in the fitness realm, and as somebody that has lifted weights, like playing college football, these lifts were what we had to do on a daily basis.
Because you were what? A football player.
A football player getting ready for a sport. So this is building you to apply. I cannot stand when I see people build just to build. What are you doing it for? Are you applying it? If you're not applying it to anything, why are you doing it? So also the thing I can't stand, if you're going to do a lift, do power cleans. Clean the press. Do something that's like fully body functional. Where it's like, if you're deadlifting, you're doing one portion of the full movement where you should be cleaning it. And if you got the sack on you, press it. If you cannot clean and press it, you shouldn't be deadlifting it.
Oh no, that's going to ruin my tight Lululemon I have on.
Your boyfriend is going to be super disappointed in you. But yeah, in my opinion, and like you just said right there, the show that goes on. There are no circular plates at a regular gym. They're all octagons and shit like that. So you never get the solid deadlift when you put it back down. It's always one's off, whatever the fuck. Extremely loud. You're taking up a bench press. You're sitting there for 5 hours doing some deadlifts. If you can't go 5 sets of 5 and move on, you're doing too much. Yeah. When we play college football, that's all he has to do. 5 sets, 5 reps, heavy. You're building bulk, you're building mass, you're building strength. If you're doing 5 sets of 20, you ain't doing shit. If you're doing 20 sets of 5, you ain't doing shit. So get the fuck on something else. So if I were to say, fuck with it, fuck that, fuck deadlifts at the gym. And I can't stand watching trainers make old ass women do deadlifts. Like that's gonna do something. They're gonna blow their back out. And if they're in the 6 years, it's not like their husband hasn't blown their back out already. So so save the extra back blowage. But I digress.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's move on to the next topic. Oh, this one's a juicy one. Talking about trendsetters or trend suckage.
So I already know you're fucking. I already know which way you're leaning
Oh, I'm
towards.
sorry. Was that a bias? Oh my gosh. Jake, do you fuck with it or fuck that?
What you got?
When people use a new quote unquote hot word. For example, actually I don't even know any. Is ratchet still a cool word?
Is big mood still one?
Oh, bet. Betcha.
Is fire one?
Oh shit, lit.
Is it the new one? Big dick mood or something? Big dick energy or whatever. Fuck.
Oh,
I said
double bet that one.
I said, oh, is that a phrase? I just use living. That's just me living, baby. I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you.
Do you fuck with it or fuck that?
Oh, fuck that.
Damn.
The main reason, I don't know, I'm on a negative rant today. But the main reason why is because this generation sucks. What is the word I'm looking for?
BDE.
Baby dick.
They suck baby dick energy.
Suck baby dick energy. Because I honestly feel these phrases suck. When I think of like back in the day, cracking, I feel like that's a strong one. What's good? I feel like that's a cool one. Hey, you understand what somebody's saying. Fuck with it. With it. Yeah, you understand where I'm going? A fire and big mood and ratchet. And ratchet is a fucking tool, motherfuckers. Like, there are words
I'm
that
not
don't...
gonna lie. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not gonna lie. There's some words that I don't even know what they
That's
mean.
what I was about to say. There's some words that don't even go with what you're trying to say. Ratchet? What the fuck? That's a tool. What does that have to do with a chick or dude looking like a dumbass or being ghetto or whatever the fuck it's supposed to really mean? When it comes to me and slang words, I think you need to put more thought process into them. I think this is such a lazy generation. And they'll hear like the stupidest people talk and they'll just roll with it. That's all it really is now some dumb social media idiot will say some stupid word that they don't even think makes sense, but they're just saying, they're going like this. Hey, watch everybody, I'm gonna say this stupid word, and like stupid ass followers are just gonna say the word. And then they say the word and roll with it, where I'm like, be creative. Like people come up to me and are like, damn, you still say chillin' or you still say cracking? Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I? That's a word I was saying from when I was a kid. Why would I not say it now? Why, you want me to flow with the dumb shit you're saying? Straight.
Do you think our problem is that we don't know what they mean? That's why we don't like them?
No, I think there's dumbasses. If you want to be plain and simple, I feel like people just don't have an opinion anymore and can't be, they're not creative. I think people, it's so much easier to follow than it is to create. So I think that, yeah, I mean, use that one. I just think that people don't want to create. I think it's just easy for them to be like, oh, I like that. What does that mean? Oh, it doesn't mean anything? Oh, let's roll with it. Dumbass motherfuckers.
Oh, wow.
Well, let me get off that one. Rick, same question. Do you fuck with it or fuck that? New slang nowadays, had it be big mood, fire, fucking ratchet, etc.
Oh, when it comes to that, my big mood is fuck that.
I like how you segue that.
Me, and my problem with it, or my issue, is one probably that I do not understand what the heck they're trying to say. But most importantly, like you said, they are all followers, just riding, swinging on people's
Cyber dicks.
Yes.
Damn.
Exactly. Like, oh, that's what this guy is saying. I want to be like him. So.
For people that can't see on the radio side of things, we're watching Ridiculous, and I saw a motorcycle fold in half, and this guy is blasting his whole fucking face. But I digress. Let's reel it back in.
But yeah, that is it's back connected to the deadlifts. Like, if deadlift wasn't cool, 2 years ago nobody was deadlifting.
Yeah.
2 years ago nobody was saying Liddy. What the hell is that? A bet. What's the other one that some of my cousins say? No cap? I don't even know what no cap means.
Lil Mo?
That's stuff like that. I can't. Me, whatever. The stream's going that way, and all these goldfish going that way. I'm a shark. I'm going this way. I'm going upstream. I'm going upstream.
Upstream.
So that's why. Fuck that.
I like it. I like it.
So yeah, let me give you. That was a good opinion, right? Let me have two more that we have for you.
Yeah, here's Rick's now. Fuck with and fuck that. So those two were mine. Those are the ones I came out with. Now, Rick, I'm curious. I don't know what these are, so I'm ready to see them, give my opinion.
Yeah. So this is actually a very important topic. Very personal.
Yeah.
So, do you fuck with it or fuck that? Pre-gaming before the bars.
Ooh.
Pre-gaming before drinking.
Oh, man. That is the strongest. If I had to be strong about anything.
Please, it's very personal to me. It's near and dear to my heart.
That's the strongest fuck with it that I'll ever give in my life, because this has saved me so much money, has given me so many laughs,
and has also got you kicking out of
and it's got me kicked out
arcade.
Of a lot of it got me kicked out.
Arcade.
It got kicked me out of arcade before, but I Mentos that shit and got back in. But I will say this:
the Fresh Maker
on that, sponsored by Mentos, the Fresh Maker. I will say this: pre-gaming in the car, at the house, whatever, is the best. It swings back to episode 1, how we talked about VIP and all the bullshit. VIP and everything, and buying drinks at the bar is a huge waste of money. And I like to use the word frugal in my life, because I like to save money and use it for real shit.
Hey, that word frugal is lit.
I like how you did that. But that's how I view it, where it's like, go to a store, buy a bottle, have amazing stories, listen to some great music with your boys, sit there, pass it around, get fucked up, laugh, have a good time, and then you go into the bar. Let's say you buy one drink at the max. You will be feeling amazing the whole time. As the night progresses, you slowly start to sober up. You can get your bearings if you meet somebody, if you get into a fight, if you need to corral the fellas together. As long as there's somebody that has a designation of where to be and how to sober up and get, that's the best part behind it. The worst thing that you could do is do none of that. Go into the club. How much your drink? One drink.
You want a beer? I'll be nice. Cheap bar. $9. A can or a glass.
Good God. So now, let's do the math. You have 3 friends. You guys all buy 3. It'll take 3 beers to at least get a buzz. Like, that's just buzz status. If it's $9 and you're at the 12 mark of beers, you're already over $100-something. Holy shit. You know how many beers you can buy with $100-something at the bar or at a store?
Shoot.
You buy so many beers that you'll be drunk for the next 7 days straight if you just want to keep drinking beers. So I would say, in my opinion, pre-game and before, I fuck with that to the max.
To the max.
So, with my maxage being out there, honcho, head honch, the ranch, pre-gaming before an event, fuck with it or fuck that?
I'm going to have to say 169% fuck with it.
Damn, that's how you know it's serious when it gets to 69.
Oh man, that extra 69. That's probably from the pregame actually. We pregame before this podcast, I think. But
I'm doing it right now.
I same thing. It's just a business move, and for some reason, it's just that in the car, chilling, drinking, before we all go out and enjoy, network, enjoy other people's company, or meet people, see people, or maybe fight people. I think it's just that we just come in, just listen to some music, catch up in the car, sip for cheap, and like you said, hey, a 6-pack of Modelo. Oh, by the way, sorry, I had to shout out my sponsors. Brought to you by Modelo.
Chillin from 1st to 6th, brought to you by Modelo.
If it ain't Modelo, well then, no hello. And yeah, I mean, $10 will probably get you a 6-pack. You go to the bar, you get one, that same can that you just drank.
It's a 6-pack.
Exactly, it's a 6-pack for one.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, like, it's just not
lucrative.
Yeah, it's not a good business decision. And at the end of the day, it's like, what is your goal? Your goal is to impress people for $100 and something for 6 beers or whatever it may be.
What do we do?
Or is your goal to have fun? What do? We pregame, or we even, I'm not sure if you people know what a flask is, but we fill a big one of those, and Jake hides it in his cheeks and keeps the whiskey warm.
Keeps the whiskey warm for you. It doesn't go full penetration. I just clench real hard and I fucking scoop my ass in there. I say, motherfucker, you can't press that well.
It must be all the deadlifts you do, probably.
It must be all the deadlifts. I'm doing another squat now. But, exactly. If they don't pat down, you put a flask in that back pocket, you're partying all night for free.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even need to buy a drink. I go like this. Hey, you guys got a glass of water? Cool. My shit's clear anyways. It looks like water. Bow.
Damn. You have just been, what do you call it? There's another word for that, too. Game changer. Or life hack.
Yeah, life hack. I'm just helping motherfuckers out where it's like, hey, listen, are you a young sucker? Well, jump on the back of this old hound and let me show you how to get this shit done.
So I'm about to say that was a good opinionated section right there. But now, as we do 2 apiece,
you gotta give me one more.
I gotta give you one more, don't I?
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing 2 and 2, it's only an even podcast. I mean, you're 50% Hoco, the same way I'm 50% Hoco, so...
well, I thought we were both 69% each.
Yeah.
But I have it's similar to a current event. Let me give you a little quick background. In the news lately, today, August 3rd, 2019, about a week ago, there was a petition that was going on the social media that about 100,000 people signed, and it's actually to storm and to go visit Area 51, where the government is keeping aliens.
And have the women that Rick dates, they end up bringing them back. Once they leave the club, they fucking hit the chip in their neck and be like, zip, get your fat ass back over here.
So I'm going to have to ask you, fuck with it? Oh, sorry, let me continue. So there's a petition that people signed on the social media that in September they're going to go ahead and storm Area 51. The government actually got wind of this petition because it got so big, and they basically said in a letter or in some sort of social media notification to people saying, do not come, it's going to be dangerous for you guys.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What do you
that's
think
a threat.
What do you think that alludes to? Threats?
That means you're going to be the next
Next
alien dinner. That's what I think. But Area 51, as a whole, fuck with it or fuck that.
The question is, do I fuck with Area 51?
Yeah.
No, I don't fuck with the storming of Area 51, and just Area 51 within itself.
Area 51 by itself.
Ooh, I like how you just condense it, because if it was, I would have had different opinions if it was storming Area 51 and stuff like that, but Area 51 itself, fuck with it.
Fuck with it.
Hey, I fuck with Area 51 because, hey,
extraterrestrial
man,
ass.
whole extraterrestrial ass. I'm gonna tell you right now, as a child, they didn't have a lot of shooting games, but they did have one shooting game, and it was called Area 51. Did I love shooting the shit out of aliens on that thing?
What the fuck?
Best
Men in black ass.
believe. And sometimes the guys in blue who are supposed to be on your team, I'll shoot the shit out of them there so the fuck of it. I said, oh, that's an extra life right there. Let me get that extra life and let me use it on him. Bow. Just because I hated everybody. I didn't like anybody in that video game. I said, I'm a solo act, baby. I don't need extras. Bow. Shoot him. But I would say Area 51 within itself, I fuck with it. You know why I fuck with it? Because people like to front that there is this bubble that we live in. And there's nothing. You really believe out of this whole planet? People are stupid asses. As an individual, There's some smart people. As a whole, dumbasses. And you're trying to tell me that there's nothing else out there that might rival intelligence or rival anything? So if you were to ask me, Area 51, I fuck with it. Because I know we have either created some fucked up shit.
Why'd it go bad?
Will it turn off?
Yeah. How far did it go? Can I save it? Oh, yeah. We were going pretty long, huh?
Yeah, but there's no time lapse on it, is there?
Was it when I went to my notes? But I was opening other apps. I was opening like the text messages. Save to library.
Hey, but we still go because we're on this one right here, though. Yeah.
Oh,
but I would say that. I would say I fuck with Area 51 because I think everything needs secrets and you need to put it all together. And I think that if everybody knew everything, where's the fun in that shit? I think you need to have Area 51. That's pretty much all. I mean, I don't know the details of Area 51, so I can't say like, yeah, I fuck with it because X, Y, and Z. I just know that if 3 million people are about to show up and they said, hey, listen, we have enough here to kill 3 million people.
They didn't say 3 million. I think it was about 100,000 people that...
I heard, the last thing I heard is 3 million people signed the petition.
Okay, you might have more updated information than I do.
So if they're like, pick a human being to try to get past this or this, we will evaporate you. There is something in there that they do not want you to see, which lets me know there's a lot of crazy shit going on. Do I like the bubble I'm in? Oh, fuck yes, I like the bubble I'm in. But do I fuck with people containing stuff and keeping it away from us? By all means, let it rip. But, back on to you. Rip. Fuck with it. Fuck that. Area 51.
Area 51. The actual Area 51?
Place itself.
This place itself, I would say, fuck that.
Damn! See, this is the first time we've ever had a difference of opinion.
I'm not saying, well, difference of opinion as in, I kind of don't want to believe that there is.
Oh, for real?
Out there. Yeah, because, like you said, as a whole, no, as individuals, very smart people. We make the computer. We make the television.
How you know motherfuckers at Area 51 didn't make the computer and television?
Let me get back. I just know that, as a whole, not so smart. We're doing rope swings
getting blasted
off the cliff and hitting rocks still. And I think there might be another population out there that is way smarter, and they probably do not even have a show called Ridiculousness on there, because
it just
us as humans are stupid. That's why we do have a show, and that's why we are watching it. Not to say that I don't believe in it. I just fuck that, as in, do not even fuck with that shit. Don't go there. Let them keep their secrets if there are secrets. If they're not, whatever. Whatever, government. I believe you. There's nothing out there.
Just all kiss ass.
Wink, wink.
You all kiss ass over there.
If you come to the Bay Area, do not abduct me. Do not put antennas in my rectum. And
that you do not accept already.
And yeah, I do like the memes though that came out of this thing though, out of this Area 51, or as R. Kelly would say, Area 15.
Damn.
Oh. Shots fired. Yeah, there were some funny ones, but other than that, yeah, I don't fuck with the alien stuff. Doesn't mean I don't believe in it. I just don't want to believe in it.
Yeah, all scary ass.
Insert X-Files song here.
Oh, damn. That must mean that we're getting close to the end of this episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And this is where the time we try to motivate or kind of sum up our whole podcast or portions of our podcast.
Enlighten, if you will.
Oh, yes. Oh, sensei. And I'm going to leave you guys with the quote I just made while in the restroom. No, I was kidding. One that was kind of, I was actually reading on my free time. And sometimes I think to myself, why the hell am I reading? But, you know, with knowledge does not cease. You just got to keep reading, keep open mind. Wake up early, read a couple pages. It's good for you. You'll learn something.
What's this quote?
So my quote is, like I said, I was reading by myself. And I was like, what am I doing? What's my purpose? Why am I reading this? But I just thought the quote that I made up was either, and it's this, to everybody else following, and it's to all my boys to follow, even to motivate you guys. It's even, hey man, see you at the top or see you from the top.
Good God.
Ooh, you like that.
So, with that being said, how would you spin that into A, like stuff that you summed up throughout this episode, or B, life in general?
Life in general, like I'm going to say, let's even take it way back. When I met Jake here, felt like I was on top of my sports game, top of my school game, and this young kid comes in third grade 23 years ago and challenges me. And it's kind of like a push. And I was like, hey man, I got to be better at sports. I got to make this shot. I got to practice this shot. Or I got to run faster. And it's more like, hey, this guy's pushing me. I'm going to make it to the top. At school, at work, fucking dumb bitch over here try to point the finger. Oh, pointy ass finger lady. Point the finger at me. Oh, that lady, I told her I'm going to take her job. And for sure, I'm going to see her from the top.
Damn.
Because I'm going to be there. And an overall life, you're just trying to progress. And if people that don't progress and don't push themselves, they're going to stay where they're at.
At the bottom looking up.
At the bottom looking up. Up my shorts probably. Because it's hot out there. Might see never mind. Per podcast coming soon.
If you want to subscribe to Ricky's personal, that is perpodcast.com.
Must be 18 and over to subscribe. But yeah, it's more like either way, it's a 2-sentence line. See you at the top or see you from the top.
I like that.
And in both, you know where I'm going to be at. It's up to you to decide where you're going to be at.
Damn, I like how you close that off.
Ooh. How you feel about that quote?
In my opinion, that is a very strong quote. See you at the top or see you from the see you from the top?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See you at the top or see you from the top?
I like it because it sets you as the individual reading it, you are progressing. If you're reading that quote, you are going to the top or you're going to be at the top. You're not somebody looking at the top. So I like that. And how it interludes with us. Like you just said, me and you, we have always been each other's biggest motivators. I'm not really going to say rivals. There were times where we do rival. There are times where we rival right now. If any of you guys play that online golf shit, holy shit, this is the biggest rival I have. So I'm like, yeah, I'll see you at the fucking top. Motherfucker, you see me at the fucking top.
Oh man, sometimes we go to the dive bars and they have Connect 4.
I might sit there 3 hours.
Man.
And if you interrupt me, I might sock you in the face.
Yeah, there's people like, even like at the strip club, they have Connect 4. And they're like, oh, twerking their butt cheeks. And I was like, lady, I'm about to connect this 4 right here. This is not a game. This is lifestyle.
And if you mess me up, I'm going to mess up your tips.
Exactly.
So I would say, for us, it's going, hey, I'm going to see you at the top. For coworkers that I mess with, that I think that are great coworkers, hey, guess what? I'm going to make sure that we see each other at the top.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to motivate you. You're going to motivate me. When it comes to bitch-ass coworkers, like I said, with made-up-ass names like Jesse Jones, you'll see me at the top because all you know is to look up and just see motherfuckers because you ain't trying to grind and drive yourself. And then when it comes to specific situations, Thurman looking at pacquiao. So there's a lot of situations where people are going to see you at the top or you're going to the top. But I think that within my own life, that's the only way I think you can go. I think you should never look at somebody and idolize or wish to be them. You should always be like, how could I be better than you? Or how could I apply what you do in your craft into my craft and I can just go this way? I think that you should always be striving to the top. You should never be a drone or you should never be
content.
Because if you're content, you're signing a waiver to get your ass to Area 51 and getting shot the fuck up. And with that, I'm out.
Shoot. Well, all right then, man.
All right then, Rick.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Yeah, hit that one right there.
Damn.